Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online What's to Come video with me, Sherman. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at the builds I have coming out over the next week. Now you're going to see some other names in here and stuff. Those are other builds I'm working on, but I already know that the next chapter, or the Gates of Oblivion content, the first DLC will release in February, so it'll be on PTS in January sometime. So I'm trying to get as much. It's going to come out the week after the announcement on the PTS. So like whenever that announcement is, I think it's the 19th or whatever, like the next day, like the next Monday, it's going to come out. So it's going to be on PTS then. I want to get prepared for that stuff. And remember, the next DLC will be a dungeon DLC to start off the Gates of Oblivion, so just getting that out of the way. But let's go ahead and talk about the new builds I have coming. The first is the Black Death Alkalite. Now this is a Necromancer healer build. This build is primarily made for healing dungeons, 4-man group content, and things like that. It could be upgraded to work in trials with the right sets, I guess you could say, depending on what direction you want to go with it. But it works really good. It's a fun build. Probably one of the better builds I have coming out for healing right now, in my opinion, because it's different. It's not your atypical Templar, you know. Next up, we have the Plague Ranger, another cool build that I love a lot. I didn't think I would actually like it, but it is a Wood Elf Necromancer bow build. You guys heard that correctly. It is a bow build. So it is definitely going to be something interesting to keep your eyes out for, and I hope you guys like it. It's really fun to play. Next, we have the Knight of Oblivion Knight, and this is a sorcerer tank build. And as you can see, it's got the whole Daedric setup here, really to fit that new incoming Gates of Oblivion theme. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I like it. I personally love this build thing. I don't want to say it's one of the best builds I've released, but it's definitely got the tools and everything to be a good tank. So keep your eyes open for that, as well as what somebody else has asked for. Many people have asked me to release the new Ice Mage, and I have changed the name to the Frost Mage. And yes, it is a Warden build. It is a Dark Elf. And if you notice, this week's release is a lot more on the darker side. So we have the Black Death, we have the Plague Ranger, we have this Oblivion Knight Sorcerer, and then on top of that we have the Frost Mage. And it's just, the Frost Mage has always been one of those things. To me, the game has always needed a good CC crowd control kind of DPS, and I think the Frost Mage really fits that. Probably one of the better ones for it. Everyone's going to have their own thoughts and opinions, though, on what they think is best, what isn't best, all that kind of stuff. But I really enjoy playing the Frost Mage. It's a lot of fun, or in this case, the Ice Mage. I've always loved playing one. Even though I don't play one on live anymore, because I play the Frost Knight now, so I really like that one. That's one of my favorite builds I've ever made. Besides the Swordmaster, but yeah, all four of these builds will be being released this week. And as I mentioned, you guys can see down here, I have many other builds I'm working on. I don't know if I'll get any more done between now and the release of the stuff on the PTS, but I do have some I'm working on right now. So I am working on also the Meridia's Guardian, an updated version. Many people have been asking me for that for a while. The Elven Hero. This is basically a replica of my idea of the Elven Hero from the Somerset trailer. I know she's using a two-handed and not a one-handed sword. I could have actually built her with one-handed the whole way, and it would have been pretty cool. We also have the Disciple of Alcache. This is my monk build that I had made in the past. I renamed it to the Disciple of Alcache and kind of redid some things about it. It still plays the same, it still works the same, and I wanted to do an updated version. Then I have Nature's Watcher. This is a kind of an interesting one. A lot of people might not know too much about the like Warden DPS kind of stuff, and I really did put a lot of work into trying to maximize the Warden kind of DPS setup by utilizing all of its damage dealing capabilities. So it's a really fun build. It's really cool if you are interested in seeing it when it comes out. And then of course I have the Lich Lord, the Blood Mage, and the Dragon's Rage. I could talk about all these builds guides, but these are the ones that I showed you after the Frost Mage, all those other ones. I am going to release one more group, and probably that's it until we get more information on the Gates of Oblivion. So I'm going to release from Black Death through the Frost Mage, Radius Guardian through Nature's Watcher, and then the rest of these other three I'll hold off until after the next DLC lands, and then I'll release those as well. I am super excited to talk about the Lich Lord, the Blood Mage, and Dragon's Rage. All of them are great to play. Really unique playstyles. This is a DPS healer and damage dealer, of course, and then up here you have, you know, like I said, this is a healer, damage dealer, tank, damage dealer. And then here we have the same kind of setup. We have a tank, we have a damage dealer, we have a healer, and then we have another damage dealer. So, I hope you guys are ready for this, because I am hands down super stoked to hear about what is going to come with Gates of Oblivion. A lot of people are thinking when it comes to the map, we're going to be getting some of the rest of the stuff for, what is it? And I know I'm going to get this wrong, please, but the Imperial section in the middle of the map, Cyrodiil. So the rest of like a part of Cyrodiil, I think a lot of people are excited for that. And if they do it right, they can do the right side, or the right side, and then do the expansion or the DLC, the open world DLC on the left side of the map near Hugh's Bane, and just to kind of fill in those gaps. That would be really cool, I think. But I think another thing that would be really amazing with Gates of, you know what, I'll just do a video talking about it. My thoughts on Gates of Oblivion, what it could be when the time comes. This was to talk about builds, so I get excited, guys. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you guys are excited just as much as I am. Again, I'm gonna try and release some information on my what my thoughts on where like the Gates of Oblivion, where it's gonna take us, the content, the possibility of a new class or skill line. I'm shooting for skill line, but then of course I'm also shooting for a possible champion system revamp. I know a lot of people are like, wait, what? This would be a great time to institute a new champion point system, in my opinion. But whole nother video. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy might see you in game. Bye.